Hey, good morning and Happy New Year. This is Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I have a really cute Valentine card for you today, but I gotta get a little business out of the way before I start with my card. So I just want you to know that if you're a customer of mine, if you ordered from me in 2020, I sent you the new mini catalog that's gonna be going into effect January 5th. And the little celebration catalog, same thing, it goes into effect January 5th. So if you didn't get those in the mail, please let me know so I can send you another one out. And I'm telling you this because they, like I said, they go in January 5th, but Stampin' Up! Has already notified us that there is a list of stuff that might go on back order. So if there's something that you want, especially from the mini catalog, be sure and order it as soon as possible before it goes on back order. And then you can see all these starting January 5th on my website or my online store, or I'll also post it on my blog too, because there's lots of host specials and join specials that go along with celebration. And also, if you're not familiar, let me point so I see better. It's celebration has changed. It used to be 3 months, now it's only through February. So if you want those products, just make sure you get them ordered before it expires and you can't get them anymore. Also, another thing that I want to let you know is Paper Pumpkin January's kit. So you have to order before January 10th or subscribe before January 10th to get Paper Pumpkin. But it has an add-on this month. And the add-on are cute little boxes and little die cuts here too. So if you interested in Paper Pumpkin, that's available starting January 1st and they're while supplies last. So I just didn't want you to miss out. I wanted to make sure you knew about those before they sell out. Paper Pumpkin's a fun pack, and I should do my Paper Pumpkin video. I like to show alternatives and what I do with my Paper Pumpkin. That should be coming soon. For last month, I'm a little bit behind. And then last but not least, I think I've told you that the Whisper White production has ended. They've closed the facility that makes our Whisper White cardstock. So now we're going to have basic white cardstock, and I'm sure all of the Whisper White products have sold out and we haven't got our stock of basic white in yet. But as soon as the basic white comes in, I'll let you know. And this too, you can see information on my online store about the basic white, or you can call me or text me or send me an email, whatever, and I can answer all that I can about the Whisper White going out and the basic white coming in. Enough talk, right? So let's get started. So we're gonna make on this video this card right here. This is a sneak peek of a die set that's in the new mini catalog January through June. And we're gonna start, of course, you know how I love the plaid tidings. Now last time I looked, the plaid tidings designer series paper was still available, but this will only be available through January 4th. As soon as that catalog retires, then all of this goes away. But I'm gonna use this print here for my Valentine card, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down to the size we need. Oops, it's upside down. So we need this to be 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's just your mat, your first layer of your basic card. This piece we don't need. This piece I'm gonna go ahead and put on my envelope right now, because you know I like to decorate my envelopes. A little bit of adhesive here, and I'm gonna put a little bit down here. Whoop, sticky stuff. Now I messed it up. Okay, a little bit on the edges, and then I'm gonna put on this piece at the top. That way, because I want to line it up with the bottom. It's not going to go, because this is 4 inches, it's not going to go quite to the top, but that doesn't bother me. I'm going to make sure I cover the bottom down here. There we go. And then just trim the excess off. There you go. But now I have an envelope that matches my card. And I do have that little strip at the top, but I think it looks fine just like that. I think that's cute. Okay, now let's use this piece here. And then I do have a scrap of cherry cobbler. Now this is just a coordinating color that goes with the designer series paper, but we need to do some die cutting. So I'm going to bring in my standard cut and emboss machine. Now this is the larger of the machines because I'm going to do a bunch of die cutting at once. I'm going to use the big machine. A number 1 platform, number 2 plate, and then look at my poor plates already. Number 2 cutting pad. Nope, that's a number 3 cutting pad. I don't know where the number's at. There it is. Anyway, number 3 cutting pad. I'm going to put my scrap of paper on there. And then these are the new suit and tie dies. And like I said, I have been playing with these and have fallen in love with these. But I'm going to put this little, I guess you'd call it the suit coat, the collar, I don't know, whatever that is, on there. And then I want to tie. Let's see if I can fit the tie. Yes, I can right there. And then this little piece right here is the top of the tie. And then the little pocket, oops, I got it upside down, is going to go right there. And I think those are all the pieces we need. And then another cutting plate. Now I moved everything. Doggone it. Okay, let me try that again. And then the clear cutting plate. There we go. Let me run that through my machine. There we go. There are so many pieces. So there's also, on this die set, we have a collar, which we need that piece. We have the little V-neck, we need that piece. We have suspenders. We have the little clasps for suspenders. This is the little pocket top. Whoops, I'm not even in the video. And then some bow tie pieces and some button pieces. So this die set has tons of stuff that just make a bunch of happy cards. Let me put all those in there. And then let's go on to the next piece of cardstock. Now this piece of paper, whoop, here, I gotta put this one away too. This piece of paper is just a piece of Whisper White. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me move my pieces off my plate. There we go. Okay, this is going to be the front of our cardstock, but yet we're going to cover the corner down here, so I'm going to just cut this piece as far down here in the corner as I can, and this is just the collar of the shirt, but let's just run that through real quick. And then, like I said, we're going to cover that piece up with the front of the designer series paper later. But now we have, and this piece is very delicate. We have to be careful with that piece. And then last of the die cutting, that is, we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to cut the V down the front. Let's see if I can get it centered and straight on camera. I might have to turn it this way just a little bit. That looks good. And then I'm also going to put this piece up here. This is the top of my pocket, of my suit pocket, and I want that in designer series paper. Does that look pretty straight? I hope I can get it straight enough that it looks good. It's probably not going to be perfect, but nah, it all looks good in the long run. Okay, and then run that through. I think we're done with the die cutting. Oh, and I'll put that away. This scrap here we don't need. We do need, like I said, this is the little top to my pocket, and this piece is the front of our card. I'll put all of these away. You're gonna see tons of stuff with the suit and tie dyes, and this is the one on the list that's supposed to be going on to back order. It's not gonna be around long, so if you're interested in making cards like this, and I'll lay my card out there so you can see, I would get it now. Because like I said, I have a feeling, well, let me see how I can get it in the camera. There we go, it's gonna be on back order. Oh, there's one more piece. Now, if you notice this little heart right here, I use the Be Mine stitched framelits, and I already die cut this heart just so you wouldn't have to watch out of this little heart here, and we'll need him too. So that's those. Now these dies, if you're interested in these dies, these are in the annual catalog. Okay, so now we have all of our little pieces. Our card base for this one is going to be just cherry cobbler 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at 4 1/4, so it's easy to fold in half. I'm going to just go like that. And then I want to take this piece here, not this one, we're done with the envelope, and this one, the white one that we've cut this piece out, and I'm going to just glue those two together. Now when I do, and this is the part I mess up every time I make this card, I want to be able to take my tie later and tuck it right in here. So I'm not going to put any adhesive in this area here because, like I said, I want to be able to tuck my tie in later. So I'm going to just put some adhesive on the edges here. I don't know how many times I've made this card and I hear the whole thing down, and then I'm like, darn it, I can't get my tie in there. So this time, yay, I remembered, and I'm only going to put like here. And then I'll tell you what I'm going to try, and we'll see if it works. But I'm going to bring back in my paper trimmer here, like this, I think, and lay my Whisper White on here against this edge. Let's see, get in the camera. I might have to go this route. There, can you see? So then that way it's along this lip here, and when I put my Designer Series paper, I can lay my paper along that lip. Yeah, this is going to help. And get it straight along that edge. See how now it lines up here? Because I was able to use this edge to get the paper lined up. But then we'll just cover up that hole, and looky there. Now I have it lined up pretty nice. And now it's stuck to my table because of the hole in the adhesive, but I'm going to go ahead and just take this whole piece and attach it to my card front. Maybe a little bit right here in the center so my tummy of my card is stuck down. And just lay that right there in the front. There, so far so good, right? Now with this little piece here, I want to be able to tuck my tie underneath there, so I'm going to just take mini dimensionals and put them down here. Well, it's going to be up here. This is the top, the flat part's the top, the pointed part is the bottom. But just some dimensionals like this, and then that way I can tuck my tie underneath my collar. And then just take this and kind of line it up here at the top. And that's just like that. It's not quite perfect, but I think it'll work. And then with just a little bit of adhesive on my tie here, I'm going to take that and tuck that under. Yay, I finally remembered not to put adhesive down there. And then I can just tuck him under here. Well, let me see if I can get my take a pick tool to help. Whoop. And put him under there. There we go. And then just press that down to get that adhesive to stick. And then this piece here, and now you could leave this piece off, but this is really the knot of the card, and I think it adds just a little bit of character. We're going to lay that right up here. Right there on top. And look how cute. Can you see the little tie knot at the top? Maybe not on camera, but boy, you can see it live. Okay, so here we keep on going. I'm going to take a little bit of liquid glue. Shoot, and I wished I would have unclogged this one. I think this one, I have one that's clogged that I haven't worked with. Let's see if I can unclog him real quick. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, he's gonna stay clogged. Let's try this one. I just need to work with that other one a little bit, and then he won't be clogged anymore. A little bit of liquid glue, and I'm gonna lay this pocket top right here on top. And then I'm gonna just with a little bit of adhesive. And I think it's because of the different colors and all the products, you don't have to really pop up on dimensionals, so my card's gonna be somewhat pretty flat. Easy for, oh, you know what, wait, don't put the pocket on. Yikes, I forgot we gotta put this thing on first. Let's put our collar on so we know where our, almost forgot, okay. A little bit of liquid glue on the back of him. Oh, I picked up the one that's clogged. Come on, Kathy. Here we go. Okay, and then we'll take this piece and I'm gonna just lay it. And now I use the liquid glue because sometimes it's not perfect and you gotta kind of move it around so it matches that V that we cut out earlier. And then looky there, looks just like that. Now we need our pocket. A little bit adhesive on the back of our pocket and he's down there. Okay, now let's do a little bit of stamping because on my pocket I want to stamp this little love, and this is from the Heartfelt stamp set, this itty bitty one right here. So let me put that, where are my blocks? Oh, right in front of me, here they are. Put the little love on a block, and then on the inside, whoop, wrong card, this one, I could not find, believe it or not, in all my stamps, I could not find a Happy Valentine's Day until I remembered that the Wish for Everything, now it's a two-step stamp, and it looks like no, here's the other one. So it has the words for the inside and all the little words on the outside, but I'm gonna mount up and look, I haven't even put it all together. The happy, nope, that's the wrong happy. I want this happy. Put this one back. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, and then of course I saved the biggest block for the smallest stamp, but oh well, we'll make it work. And then another piece of Whisper White, or yep, basic white, whatever it's called now. This one is really Whisper White because like I said, we don't have the other white in yet. And a little bit of Cherry Cobbler ink. And I'm gonna just stamp in a happy little order. Happy, try to get my Valentine straight, so I'm gonna watch the red rubber and not my sticker. I hope that makes sense because sometimes I get my stickers on wrong, but that looks pretty straight. And then that little day, and I'm gonna barely tap because it's a little stamp, and then just a little bit of pressure. But there, that looks pretty good. And then the last thing it needs, and where did this stamp, back to my Heartfelt stamp, I'm gonna use this itty bitty little heart right here. And again with a great big old block, but I'm gonna stamp just some random little hearts on there to give it some character. And you notice I like to hold my stamp down, let that ink sink into the paper, and then you really get a nice image. And make sure your ink, or your stamp pad, your ink pad has enough ink on there so it's easy to use and user friendly. Okay, so then we're gonna just take a little bit of adhesive on the back of that. And lay that on the inside of our card. And look how cute that is. Then, oh, and I almost forgot, we need to stamp the little love on our envelope. Let that ink sink in. Just set that on the front of our card, and looky there. Now he's all done. Is that not adorable? This suit and tie-dye is really fun to play with. Let me show you some other cards. So I don't know if you watch my videos, but you saw my Christmas card turned out like this. Now this is the ho 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 from the Perfectly Plaid. And on the inside, I also use this Merry Christmas, like this, to give it a bit of color. And this, which I love, the two-step stamping, is from the Banner Year stamp set, which is a carryover from the holiday stamp set. So love that one. That's my Christmas card using the same dies. And then look, so I went ahead and I did a St. Patrick's Day. Couldn't think of the holiday. And look how cute my St. Patrick's Day card turned out. So on the inside, I used that same stamp set. This one, that A Wish for Everything. Oh, and the stamps on this box, sorry. Here it says, may the luck of the Irish go double for you. That's what I stamped on the inside. And then I used this itty bitty heart right here from the Whale Done to make my little shamrock, and then just a Stampin' Right marker for the stem. And on this one, for his little leprechaun, or the little shamrock here, I used those same heart dies, only this die here cuts out a bunch of little hearts, and that's what I used to do this one. And then I used a piece of the same thing just for the stem. I just cut a little piece of paper from that for the stem, and that's how I did that card. And then I couldn't resist, because it looks like a, well, this I had to do a velvet smoking jacket. So I used this velvet paper that's from the holiday catalog that is on the carryover list, and you can see his little collar, and I have his little shirt. And then the last thing I did was he had to have some chest hair. So for the chest hair, I took a little bit of these coffee steam, I guess you'd call it, from the Nothing Better Than stamp, and I used that to do his little chest hair right here on my velvet smoking jacket. So far, and then I did do a clown card, but I don't see it, and when I find that, I'll show you that one too. But so like I said, the suit and tie dies are gonna just be everywhere, and they're really fun to use. They do have a coordinating stamp set. It looks like this. It's handsomely suited, and I haven't even used this yet. Wait till we get this involved too. But that's enough yammering on. I hope you liked my video. I hope you like my cards. I love my cards. I love this set. But I will be back on Monday, because now my days are all messed up. Monday with another video for you. I don't have no idea what I'll be doing, if I'll do Paper Pumpkin or if I'll do a Valentine, but I'll be back here live about 1:30 on Monday. If you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. My name's Kathy Howes, and I'm in Denver, Colorado. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.